Hello, Cecil County and the world, and welcome to Cecil TV. That's Cecil.tv. If you want to see the biggest thing going, Cecil.tv website is the place where you're going to find the streamed version, now recorded, of the Cecil County Public School Town Hall, where Superintendent Lawson spoke to about 200 people in Elkton High School regarding the survey sent out with the blueprint for the future. Funding is a big issue, and a lot of people were worried about their funding for their kids. A survey was sent out, and there were some forced choices, like choosing between, say, band or after-school programs, and a lot of stuff like this, and people were really worked up about it. It was very well attended, maybe 200 people, and you need to watch it on Cecil.tv because there's a lot of details about funding and how the future is going to roll. As Dr. Lawson said, there's going to be some cuts, some changes, but most importantly, he said, he thanked the county commissioners for coming to the event and directed people to talk to their county commissioners and make their voices heard about this. And I thought the most important thing he said, from my perspective, is that he thanked the commissioners and said they could have stayed home and watched it on Cecil.tv, but they came to the event. Well, you can still watch it on Cecil.tv. Check it out. Now tonight, my good friend, Greg Shelton, welcome to Cecil TV.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Merging Christmas and horses. That's what I tried to do with my little outfit here. How do you do that?
Well, it's very easy because Chesapeake City and the surrounding areas of Cecil County has such an amazing heritage when it comes to the equestrian world. You know, the Laird DuPont in Chesapeake City had some of the greatest racehorses of all time, and that stretch that she owned was unbelievable in the 70s and 90s, and Fair Hill speaks for itself. So it's very easy to pull that concept together. And Chesapeake City is a beautiful Victorian town. So when you think of the Victorian era and Christmas, they go perfectly together in unison.
So you're having the Poplar Hall Christmas Parade of Horses and Market.
Correct.
And when is that?
That is going to be Saturday, December 9th in Chesapeake City.
And the parade goes off at what time?
So the parade will start at 10 and end at 11. And then 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock is a European Christmas market down by the water in Chesapeake.
Followed by theater, right?
Correct. And that's a very exciting thing for me and the team because this Christmas market concept started at Poplar Hall, which is our home and farm right over the Maryland-Iowa line. And we did our Christmas market for 2 years, and we were inundated with people from all over. Philadelphia and Baltimore came, and it was a real European-style market. And we had too many people show up, and we were selected as one of the top 50 Christmas markets in the United States by Food and Wine magazine, which was wonderful. And then after the second year, we moved to Chesapeake City and been insanely happy ever since.
What exactly is a European market?
So in big cities in Europe, a Christmas market is where people would eat and they celebrate the holiday. It's usually an amazing drinking kind of thing, so people have fun. And they get to let loose with the holiday, and there's always, handmade items. And for me, living in a historic house, I am, kind of infatuated about how things are made. And I think that if you hand make things, it really shows. And if you buy someone something as a gift for Christmas and it's handmade, it's normally a better experience for you and the person that gets it.
So you can shop and sip and eat and watch the parade. And at 2 to 4 at the Pell Garden stage, Elkton's own Lee Lewis is going to be directing Christmas Carol.
Correct. So Lee Lewis, his name speaks for itself in Elkton, and I think he's initially from Chestertown, Maryland. So he has a wonderful name, and I think from my perspective, theater is a passion of mine, and I wanted to bring that to the Christmas market because to me, I'm not interested in maintaining. I think you need to take an upward mobility. And I think adding theater to the Christmas market with a beautiful stage in Chesapeake City that's sitting there, I think it's underutilized by not having it. I pulled Lee into the production because he's a fascinating talent, and the Christmas Carol is a special production. It's a special movie. It's a special feeling in a Victorian town. It's just perfectly met. And this is special because it's a Broadway production of a one-man Christmas Carol.
One guy is interpreting Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol.
Correct. Right? And his name is Lance Bankard, and I've seen him several times. He's an amazing actor, and he's one of the only guys that I know that could pull that off. And when Lee mentioned to me that this is something he was thinking about, I immediately got excited. I immediately
Awesome.
snagged it up. So it's just a fun thing, and it's going to be the closing of the Christmas market. So that's going to go off between 3 and 4.
So there's no charge, right?
No charge for anything other than food. And
is there a rain date? Heaven forbid.
There is. It's going to be that Sunday. So the event is the 9th, and the rain date will be the 10th.
Come on down, folks. You don't want to miss this.
I don't think you want to. I think it's something that our area can be proud of, and our audiences are pulled from a lot of major cities, and our name in Chesapeake City and in Cecil County. I've done a lot of projects with the state of Maryland for the horse world,
right.
And Chesapeake and Fair Hill are mentioned all over the world when it comes to the equestrian world. People just forget about it because the story is not that fresh. It's something from more of the 70s and 80s. But I promise you that if I do anything, I want to bring that horse story back to where it belongs and celebrate things like the 5-star.
And you're having Emily Drinker provide music as well, right? From
Correct. Emily's an amazing singer-songwriter, recording artist from Philly, and she performed at the Bowie show we had the last 2 years, and just an amazing talent. And she's going to be singing the national anthem to start the horse parade, and then she'll be back midday on the stage in Chesapeake City to perform a Christmas concert.
That sounds great. It sounds like an action-packed kind of day. A way people can get some of their Christmas shopping done, too.
All of the above. Very
All right.
cool. I'm also excited about the idea that not only will you see Lance perform the Christmas Carol, but he will be performing little spots throughout town during the day. So you might be going on George Street, and all of a sudden there's a pop-up performance of a segment of the Christmas Carol. And then it culminates at the end of the day. You can actually see the full performance.
And the town will designate parking areas, too, so there's plenty of places
Loads
to
of
park.
parking, and we'll make sure we'll be able to handle the people.
Good. So then you're going to take a well-deserved rest, enjoy the holidays, and wait till next year, right?
Correct.
What happens next year?
So January 13th will be in Philadelphia is the Night of Stardust production that I put on. It's really a tribute to David Bowie's music and creativity, and it's a very special concert for me because it's a benefit for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. And to me, Bowie's an amazing talent, and I know we lost him, and I think that there's people that come to that performance from all over the world.
Oh, it's a benefit. That's a good thing to know. And as a drummer, you, me, and our director, Doug Donnelly, last year you had a famous drummer from the Go-Go's. What's her name?
Gina Schock.
Yeah.
Gina
so
Schock.
she played drums on one of the songs.
She did a couple songs, and it was, I have to be honest, Gina, I idolized her as a kid. It's a lot of drummers that we all idolize, but, she did a couple songs that were integral in a young kid's building blocks of how to play drums. And, some of the songs that she did on her first record, Vacation, was, just set the stage for all women musicians. And, they were, Go-Go's were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And that, to me, that means something. And I think, she showed up, she bought tickets to the show last year, and her husband showed up, and they wanted to see if they could play some songs, so we immediately got her set up, and the crowd absolutely went ballistic when she showed up.
Cool.
Very cool.
So it's going to be an hour and 45-minute tribute to David Bowie, his artistry, his songs, his persona, his lifestyle, everything. And it's not just going to be one person portraying Bowie, but...
Yeah, so there's every year there's 5 vocalists, and they are pulled from a laundry list of performers all over the tri-state area up to New York, and a lot of different cities will come. I get a lot of calls from a lot of places who want to be in it. But I take that show incredibly seriously because I always look, and I speak this to our music directors and our vocal directors and the band, that this performance should be done if David Bowie was alive and sitting in the audience and I didn't know. And I treated the idea that if he was watching the show, I would take risks just like he would take risks. So it's no one's sitting on their ass. It's meant to be fashionable. It's meant to be relevant, and everyone puts their best foot forward. And it's always sold out.
It's always sold out. Now that's 1,200 seater, folks.
Yeah.
In Philly. And what's the name of the venue?
A Union Transfer.
So how could a person get tickets for this year's show, January 13th?
Yes, so tomorrow on Thursday at 10 o'clock, tickets will go on sale, advance tickets, and you can get them at www.utphilly.com.
Letter U, letter T, Philly, PHILLY.com.
Correct.
Well, that sounds great. That sounds great. And you're on the board of this production.
So yes, so when Bowie passed, the night he passed, no one knew he was even sick because he kept that from everyone.
Right.
And then it was on the news, and my old band members who I haven't talked to in a while got together. We talked for probably 4 hours about, our love of what he did, musically, creatively, painting, and art and everything. And we were blown away, and I was really disappointed. It was strange, and so I immediately birthed the idea. It's like, listen, we're going to put on a major show. I immediately contacted the team at the Queen in Wilmington. And then I worked hard that day to build a show. And it started that year. We debuted that 3 months after his passing and sold out the Queen. And I found online a set of women known as the Sigma Kids in Philly. Patty and Marla were known as the Sigma Kids. And they were huge Bowie fans. And they and I think 15 to 20 other people sat outside Bowie's hotel and Sigma Sound Studios and camped out there on the street while he was recording his Young Americans record.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Bowie called that. Bowie, had a limo back to the Four Seasons every day. They would follow him back every single day. And he called them the Sigma Kids. And then at the end of the recording of the record, he had his road crew invite, I think, 10 of the people sitting outside to be the first people to hear the record.
Nice.
So you can see pictures of the Sigma Kids. You can see them with David Bowie listening to the record. And I personally sent an invitation to Patty and Marla to come to the show in Delaware. And then I met them. And then after that, I said, hey, what are you guys doing next year? And Robert Drake from XPN was pulled in. So the four of us built a team together. And Philly Loves Bowie was birthed.
Philly Loves Bowie. That's the name of the team.
Correct,
the show, again, is January 13th. And tickets you can get from utphilly.com.
Correct.
All right. Christmas is coming up, folks. Find those objects you want to re-gift and bring them to Cecil TV. How about this? Now how much would you pay? Thank you, Greg.
You're very welcome. Thank you.